On the gram with the money, losing direction. That's why I gotta get it. All this pain got me stressing. I was drumming tone. That's why I gotta get it. You bitch notice on the door, whole feeling chipping.
Hey yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy DK Nice, and we're back here again, finally on another video for you guys. We got episode number 7 for you guys, and today we're gonna be bringing you guys the best budget beast tight ends for your lineup, for your MUT lineup today. And let's hop right into it. For those who are new to this series, this is just a series for you guys to just skip all the looking through things and whatnot, and just a place for you guys to come find all the positions and what I feel is best and what's necessary to have out there on the field. So with the tight ends today, there's a few criteria that I like to set forth for you guys. And the first one obviously being speed. Then the next one is only short route run and medium route run, not too much deep route run, because the only other route that they would be on is a streak. And then their height, as well as their run blocking as well. Their height plays a huge factor. So somebody like Delaney Walker, I'm not too fond of, as much as he might have. Actually, it would be run block first and then their height, to be honest. But someone who has good run block, but like he might not hold on to the ball as much. But there's somebody else that we're going to be talking about that's just as tall as him. But I need like 6'4", 6'3", and up, even 6'2". He just, and his body type, he just seems so small. So he get, by a linebacker at 6'3", 6'4", he gonna get cracked. I need my tight end to do tight end things, man. He can't be that short. So we're gonna hop right into this, man. And then also we have 3 tiers as well for those who are new. We have the trash cans, the baby goons, and the budget beast. It just depends upon the price range. And I'll probably put it up on the screen for you guys, the price ranges. But let's head into this video, man. Let's get it. Alrighty, so for our first guy, and actually we might as well talk about both of these guys, to be honest with you. It's not going to be 87 Shannon Sharpe, because you see his speed, right? Everything else is pretty decent, but speed it kills in this year's game. So for about 10K, you're going to get 86 Shannon Sharpe. I would say he's probably your first option here in this tier. 89 speed, decent catching too, 80, 81 catching traffic, 80 regular catch. That's decent. The route running isn't there, but this is the the worst tier. You're not gonna, in 86 overall, you're not gonna get much of anything else. The speed is great. The height is not where we want it, but 89 speed in this tier is head over heels better than anybody else. And for 10K, I mean, this is great. This is honestly great. This is something that I can use instead of using 86 Tony Gonzalez on the other team. With 80 speed, I can use him, but that's just not how life works. So Shannon Sharpe is going to be our first option in this tier. So actually, we'll hold off on Mr. Noah Fant. We'll talk about him later, but he'll be the last card in this tier. He'll kind of share the last one, because I feel like I have to include another guy as well. Like, I have to include him, not as an honorable mention, like as an actual player. But Jonnu Smith is going to be the second guy here. 88 speed, so 1 speed less. 1 more in the height department. He actually has better blocking as well. So you could argue Jonnu Smith over Shannon Sharpe, and even decent, better catching as well. But he is 1 speed slower, so it depends on how much you value that extra speed point, as opposed to everything else. But Jonnu Smith will be the next card that we have in this tier, under 10K, something slight. Alright, so the next guy that we're going to be talking about in this tier, he's a little bit more expensive than the other guys, but he has crazy height, decent block shed, great spec catch and catching stats. He's a beast. 25K. He also has a power up that's 200K, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It still should be crazy. Let's look it up. Shout out to my brothers making noise. 100K. And that's just what it's gonna be too. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a crazy house. Hopefully you guys get to see some of these guys in these videos. But that's my little spiel on that. But Darren Waller, he's great. He's going to be the third option in this tier. And let's head into the last 2 guys. So I spoke on Noah Fant earlier. He'll be he'll be the first of these 2 guys that we're going to be talking about here. 86 speed, so he's going to be actually less than this other guy. But he's 10K. Again, all the other intangibles, a little bit less blocking than the other guys. So that's why he's last. And he's also 6'4", so not as tall as Darren Waller. But the next guy that we're going to be talking about actually doesn't have anything compared to these guys. No blocking, no nothing. But 87 speed, 6'5" tight end, that's pretty good. The catching obviously is going to be there due to him being who he is. And the route running, and actually short route running, is okay. 82 route run is pretty decent, but 58 blocks in, I mean, you're not going to get much with that. But, hey, it's Calvin Johnson, man. Calvin Johnson, 87 speed. He's going to run you about 20K. So, like I said, in this case, I'm probably going to go Jonnu. I'll probably go Jonnu over Shannon just to give me about 6'3" height. But Calvin is also another, noteworthy guy due to his height as well. So, but I want to note too that if you already don't have Calvin on your roster, maybe this might be a budget beast for you guys to add. But let's head into the next tier. And the first guy is going to be my man Taysom Hill. So he's a little bit over the 75K. Mudhead actually has him priced at 60K, so this was a little bit concerning. But there's probably several reasons for that. One, because he's probably a salary cap goon. And even just then, he's a budget beast goon at that. You know what I'm saying? 90 speed. What's his height? 6'2", so he's not too tall. But it's Taysom Hill. You know what I'm saying? He's a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But out of position, Taysom Hill at tight end is super good. He also has 87 spin move and 91 juke move. Excuse me, what? On a tight end? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then in terms of everything else, he has decent catching stats. The 82 spec catch isn't. It's decent blocking too, especially for a motherfucking quarterback. You know what I'm saying? 83 short route run. That's pretty good. Not as good as some of the route running of the guys in this tier, but the 90 speed is head over heels better than anybody else in this tier. But to weigh it out between him and Shannon Sharpe, the Shannon Sharpe from the last tier, I'd probably go Shannon Sharpe over him. Take the one less speed, because they're pretty much the same in everything else. He doesn't get, the threshold and medium route run, and his run block is pretty much the same as well. So, but the other intangibles is that the speed, the spin and the juke move as well. So, that's my man Taysom Hill. Alright, let's speed this up a little bit. We spent a lot of time on Mr. Taysom. Our next guy is going to be Noah Fant, 88 speed, so 2-point speeds difference in between him and Taysom Hill. Unfortunately, Noah Fant also doesn't have a power-up either, which kind of sucks, but I could see him getting one later down the road. But not so good in the blocking department as his other card is. But the 6'4" height, along with the speed and the decent catching, the 88 spec catch is huge. Is why he's, just a little bit less than Taysom Hill. I don't think he has the moves that Taysom does. You know what I'm saying? I guess Dancing with the Stars. What the heck? But overall, decent tight end. Let's head into the next guy. And honestly, I would argue I'd probably rank him over Mr. Noah Fant, just because he has now 90 spec catch. He has great medium and short route running, and the same run block as well as Noah Fant as well. But the huge difference between these two guys is their price difference. So, I mean, if you had only 30K, 40K, 50K, maybe that's the route you go and then save it, save. Or just save up an extra 25K, get you Evan Engram. Right now he's a little bit over his Mudhead price. His Mudhead price is currently at 65K. Maybe I'll show you guys this too. Let me know if you guys want me to show you the Mudhead screen for you guys. But Evan Engram, man, because that's what I'm looking at too when I glance over and I'm telling you guys certain things. I'm looking at Mudhead as well, just as a reference. But 88 speed, man, that's huge, man. And the decent height at 6'3", you know what I'm saying? 6'3" is like, okay. It's okay. Alright, and for our last tier, I actually only have one. And I guess just to include another guy, two guys, I'm forcing the second guy, sort of. Because I didn't even put him in the last tier. Almost on purpose. I kind of skipped him. But the only reason why I'm going to have these two guys here is because they both have power-ups. Now, I would even stick to some of the other guys. The Shannon Sharpe from the first tier. The Taysom Hill in the last one with the decent spin and juke. Just because these next two guys and everybody else for that matter, around this range, they're trash. They're super slow. They don't have any speed. They're all like under 86 speed, and that's terrible. That's terrible. And none of them hit the route running over 90 either. So one of them does. There's one guy that does. Maybe we can touch on him too. It's just not the greatest, you know what I'm saying? So the first guy, and probably the only guy that I would mention in this tier at all, is Mark Andrews. He's at 88 speed, and then with all the other intangibles like we talked about before, he has 82 strength now. He's a little bit beastly, you know what I'm saying, and a little bit more usable. And then once, you know, let's say you have go deep or whatever it is, Coach Madden, it'll get his route running up even more, maybe closer to 90 than you think. So that's huge for him. But let's head into the last few guys in this tier, and let's head out. Alright, so this next guy is OJ Howard. Now, his other card really wasn't as, like, really all that fast. This one isn't even that fast either. He's 6'6", though, so pretty tall. Look at that strength, though. Like, Mark Andrews has more strength than him, and I said that was low for Mark Andrews. But maybe I should take into consideration that they were tight end and not linemen, too. But 91 catching, the decent route running, decent run block. He has the power up. But I'd rather spend the extra 50K on getting Mark Andrews and getting him powered up and whatnot, and him being 2 speed faster than OJ Howard. That's just me. And actually, I believe he has better route running too. So I'm taking Mark over Mr. OJ. Alrighty, so let's wrap this up real quick. Mr. Kellen Winslow is going to be the last guy that we're going to be talking about here in this tier. And honestly, if you weren't going to power up OJ Howard, this would be the better option because he has way better route running. I noticed that when I looked over, I'm like, you know what, let's check Kellen Winslow to make sure. And he's actually pretty freaking good too. Another one to note is Dave Casper, but who's very similar and has a power up. Which I guess you could argue we could talk about him, you know what I'm saying? But might as well. But he doesn't have 90 route running, so that's why I didn't even attempt to mention him, because you might as well just, you know what I'm saying. And I believe he's short too. He's 6'2", 6'4" actually. I'm bugging. But I mean, like, I'm a sucker for the speed, man, so I'm getting Mark Andrews. I don't care. Like, you might as well buy Mark Andrews if that's what you were gonna do, and power him up instead of Dave Casper. But you know, that's just me. That's why I didn't even think about mentioning him. But that's gonna be this video, guys. No need to keep you guys here any longer. Something that I'm looking forward to do is getting gameplay with these guys. I really want to get gameplay for you guys. And I think maybe I'll do it on a weekly basis. Maybe I, you know, post these videos earlier in the week and then have the gameplay later in the week to showcase like the guys that we talked about in this past week. And hopefully I can do it to where like it's all the DBs, all the linebackers. So I'm not, you know what I'm saying, we're not doing a whole team of budget guys, and we're not taking it so slow that we're leaving all the gameplay to the end. But that's gonna be this one, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Appreciate all the support. It means the world. Follow me on the social media, you know what I'm saying, the Twitter, the Instagram. And remember, guys, go get it by any means. You guys have a blessed day. Till next time, guys. Peace out. Yeah, you want to link it again, bro? Oh my God!